Hello, thank you for joining me. I'm Katrina from Katrina's Creative Heart, and today I want to share with you this fun little twisted gatefold card featuring the varied vibrant vases stamp set. Been having some fun playing with this. I've been featuring this on my blog all week, and I thought I would share how I created this fun interactive little card. So first you're going to need a piece of cardstock. I'm using the Purple Posy, and this measures 4 1/4 by 7 1/2, and I'm going to do some scoring. So I'm going to bring in my tool here, get the cutting blade out of the way here, just make sure you can see this, and I'm going to score this at 2 1/2 and 5. So we're going to start at the 2 1/2 and then 5 inches. So now I have basically a gatefold here. I should have brought my bone folder with me here, but we'll just... So we now have our gatefold. So we need to bring our trimmer back into the picture here, and we're going to do some more scoring. The most important thing to remember with this card is you want to make sure that you're going from the left upper to right lower, left upper to right lower. So you're always going in the same direction. So we're going to score on the diagonal from left to right. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this corner and this score line, bottom, right here in this track. So you want to make sure you have this corner in the track and this corner in the track. Then you can go ahead, just make that score line, and we're going to do the same thing. So again, we want to go left top to bottom right, so we're going to put that score line here in the track and then swing. Get this in here so you can see what I'm doing here. So we're swinging to make sure the top of the score line is in the track, and then this corner is going to come in the track. There we go. So just like so. And make our score line. Okay, so we are done scoring. So you can set that aside. And now we're just going to do our fold. So this folds like so. And oop, that folds like that. So now we have our fun fold here. Okay, so now I have a piece of designer series paper. This is cut at 2 1/4 by 3 7/8, and we're going to cut this on the diagonal, again going top edge to top left to bottom right. Make sure we have them both in the track. Like so. So now we have our two pieces for our card here. Okay. I want to grab some of our snail adhesive, and we're just going to go ahead and add our layers on. So we want to get that centered. There we are. So we have that. Now we have a piece of Whisper White for our inside, and this here measures 2 1/4 by 4. And again, just add some adhesive, and that'll go on our inside just like so. So we have our card. with our fun little fold here. Now for our stamping, I have a piece of the purple posy that I die cut using the largest stitched square from the Stitched Shapes frame die set. And then I have the second largest stitched square from the same Stitched Shapes dies. So I'm just going to put this on the diagonal like so. So I'm lining up using the grid on my mat here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp in Memento black ink the Just For You sentiment. So I have my Just For You, and I want that over here in the corner here, just like so. Set that aside for just a minute. And then I want to bring in my flower. They look like little daisies. I want the outline, and I'm also going to do that in the Memento black. And we're going to go up here a bit, so this is going to kind of come off our little square. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring in the flowers that actually fill in. These are the solid that are going to fill in, and I'm using, I'm sure most of you have heard that our purple posy ink didn't have a quality control issue, so they're not releasing that out yet. So in the meantime, I am using my purple posy Stampin' Write marker, which comes in the In Color collection of markers, and I'm just gonna do a little scrubbing on here. So we're just, I will have a list of supplies and measurements on my blog. There is a downloadable PDF if you'd like to get the printed instructions for this. So let's see, I gotta figure out, here we go, my direction here. And I'm just gonna huff on that to moisten that ink, and then go down, and that colors in our little posies. Then I have here my soft seafoam Stampin' Write marker, and I'm just going to color in the stems and the leaves here. So I'm keeping the colors really soft. Okay, so we can go ahead and attach this to our purple posy square. I got ink on my stand here, on my mat here. Okay, so now I have just a scrap piece of Whisper White. I'm going to bring back our Memento, and I'm going to stamp my base. And I am going to stamp it upside down just because that's how it goes into the punch. So we're going to stamp it upside down like so. And then I'm using Highland Heather because I want you to see just how beautiful the Highland Heather looks with the purple posy. So even though our purple posy ink is not available, you still have the marker, and it coordinates beautifully with our Highland Heather as well as our gorgeous grape. So either any of our purples will really go really well. So do not shy away from getting the cardstock and the markers, because it really is a beautiful color and it works so well. So now I'm going to fill in with the Highland Heather over the top like so. Alright, so now we're just going to punch that out. So I'm just going to line it up. There we are. Okay, so we're done with the punch. We're going to bring back our image here. We're going to add a dimensional to the back of our vase. And we're just going to attach it with that dimensional. And now we're going to bring in our card. And we're just going to attach it right on the edge like so. So we're just going to add a couple of dimensionals here on the edge. Remove those backs. Close up our card. And that finishes our little twisted gatefold. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did so, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. And if you would like, you may subscribe to this channel and use the little bell to subscribe for future notifications of any new videos that I post. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.